The morning light shimmered across the glass windows of Maplewood Diner, painting soft gold streaks over the silver counter. Usually, it was a place of warmth where pancakes, laughter, and the smell of coffee made strangers feel like family. But that morning, the air felt heavy. At a corner booth sat a young woman in a wheelchair, her breakfast untouched. Her name was Clara, and behind her gentle eyes lived a strength far greater than most could see. But strength doesn't always stop cruelty. At the next table, a group of teenage boys whispered and laughed. Their words started as jokes, until one of them crossed a line no one should ever cross. A cruel hand struck her plate, sending pancakes splattering across the floor. Another boy gave her chair a shove, mocking her helplessness. The diner fell silent. Clattering dishes stopped. Conversations died. Clara froze, her face red with humiliation, tears forming in her eyes. She tried to smile, to pretend it didn't hurt, but her shaking hands told the truth. The world could be cruel, especially to those already fighting unseen battles. If you believe kindness is stronger than cruelty and that no one deserves to be treated this way, take a moment to like this video, share it, and subscribe to HOA Chronicles, because stories like this remind us what humanity truly means. Clara had grown up hearing her parents say her heart could soar even if her legs could not. And though she carried that belief every day, moments like this made her question it. The other customers averted their eyes. The waitress hesitated, unsure whether to intervene. No one spoke. Then, quietly, an older man approached. His hands were rough, his eyes kind. He bent down, picked up the fallen plate, and said softly, "Don't let them win." It was a small act of decency, a flicker of light in a room full of shadows. But for Clara, that light meant everything. Time passed slowly after that. The bullies bragged, laughed, and mocked as if they'd done something worth celebrating. But fate was not finished with them yet. About an hour later, the ground began to tremble, a deep, rumbling sound echoing through the street outside. Heads turned. The laughter stopped. Through the wide diner windows, everyone saw them. Dozens of motorcycles, chrome glinting in the sunlight. The engines roared like thunder. The insignia on their jackets said it all. Hell's Angels. The door creaked open. A tall, bearded man stepped inside, his presence commanding silence. His name was Roar. The other bikers followed, the diner suddenly feeling much smaller. Roar's gaze swept across the room, landing briefly on the bullies, then on Clara. His hard expression softened instantly. Without a word, he walked over and knelt beside her wheelchair. "You okay, sweetheart?" he asked gently. She nodded, barely holding back tears. Then he turned to face the boys. His voice was calm, but carried the weight of a storm. Whatever he said made them pale instantly. Their fake bravado vanished. One by one, they stood up and stumbled toward the exit, eyes lowered, faces burning with shame. Outside, the roar of the motorcycles made sure their retreat was loud and unforgettable. Before leaving, Roar placed a large bill on the table and told the waitress, "Get her whatever she wants, pancakes, pie, milkshake, the works." Then he took off his own leather vest and gently laid it over Clara's shoulders. "Your family now," he said. Tears streamed down her face, not from pain, but from something far deeper. Gratitude. The entire diner broke into quiet applause. The waitress hugged Clara. People wiped their eyes. For the first time that day, Clara smiled, a real smile, because in that single hour, she learned something powerful. Cruelty exists, yes, but so does courage. And sometimes, the fiercest-looking people carry the kindest hearts. If this story touched you, please like, share, and subscribe to HOA Chronicles, and tell us in the comments, if you had been in that diner, what would you have done? Because one act of courage can change everything.